in return for you know, promoting them on TikTok and whatever else. And so she's moved over to them. It's ended a bit badly with the other company, but I truly believe the other company now. I think she had something to gain with Prime Health Concept. They're giving her free surgeries. Do you get what I mean? Like, and that's why this other company have now been fucking bad-mouthed. Like, I feel sorry for them. I really do. And I genuinely believe that everything that this woman does now, and I really liked her, like really, really liked her, but I have come to the conclusion now that everything that this woman does is to gain surgery. Everything is to gain surgery or to gain, everything is to gain something. And I'm just sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. I feel really sorry for her community. Like, so sorry for them. I feel so sorry for him. I think that like the amount. I don't know if you're watching the comments. Anyone who's watching the comments, like on her post saying that she can't give the surgery away now. Hi Morgan, like there's people comment on it saying that they're crying because they were so like, you know, upset because they were so excited to be able to have this opportunity, like that they could potentially win a sleeve. It is such a life-changing surgery. Thank you, Meg. Thank you, everyone, for the... and I'm just like... what has happened here? And now, because they didn't reach, I was upset about it as I'm trying to save up for it, so it's hard. I understand, like, it's an expensive surgery and not everybody can afford to pay for it. So to have that carrot dangled, and because you guys didn't do a good enough job of getting Prime Health Concept to 10,000 followers, you only managed to get them to 8,500, like... then all of a sudden that's ripped away from you. And to add insult to injury, she said... they wasn't even paying for it, me and Hannah was. So if you and Hannah were paying for it, why don't you still just fucking pay for it? If it wasn't to benefit Prime Health Concept, and you're not getting anything from Prime Health Concept in return for it, then you should have just done it out of the goodness in your heart in the first place. It makes no fucking sense. It's really fucking wound me up. It's really wound me up. Like, if she wasn't going to give it, she just made a thing going, guys, do you know what? We didn't make it to the followers. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to give to surgery, but we can't. But to sit there and say, well, me and Hannah was paying for it. Well, then just still fucking pay for it. You're still getting free surgeries constantly. You're still getting all of these people doing all the stuff for your wedding for free. Thank you, Lucy. So why can you not just go, I'm still going to do it? Because you guys have worked so hard in spreading the word. You guys have sat here day in, day out for months and months and months, sharing my posts, tagging people, like spreading the word, getting the followers for Prime Health Concept. Like... it's just a fucking joke. I think it's disgusting. I really do. Like I think it's disgusting. Good morning. You look hurt. I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt. It doesn't affect me in any way, shape or form. But anyone who knows me on this app knows that I don't like things like that. Like, that I will speak about it. I will speak about it. And I can tell you 100% fact, yeah, I have paid for all of my surgeries. I have never, yes, Zach, yes, I am Zach. Yes, I have never gotten a free surgery. Ever. Never gotten a free surgery. So I'm not sitting here pot kettle black and all that. I've paid for my surgeries. The company that I go with doesn't give free fucking surgeries to people like me. It's not how it works. A surgery is this is a serious fucking thing. This isn't something that's like willy-nilly, oh, we're just going to give away a free surgery. It's a life-changing thing for someone. It's a big thing. Do you know what I mean? That's a big fucking thing that you should be paying for. Like, it's infuriated me for her followers because, yeah, no, Zach, I know, yeah, it's all becoming apparent. It is all becoming apparent. It is all becoming apparent. I really, like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And I feel like I've been sitting here watching it for months and I've been thinking, that ain't right, that ain't right, that ain't right, that ain't right. And then this morning when she said, no, we're not giving anyone the surgery, I thought, you fucking cunt. I thought, you fucking cunt. No fucking way. Like, I could sit here, yeah, and do, like, make myself look like an angel because I could go, I'm going to give away £2,000 worth of products, like a treadmill and like all of these P. Louise things or whatever. I've sat here, I've thousands of pounds worth because I get and things like that. Do you get what I mean? So let's not pretend like that's come out of your pocket, please, because that's the next thing. Oh, that's what it's going to be. Oh, well, I gave away all of these things when I got to 50,000 followers. It's not like it came out of your pocket. There is nothing that you do that comes out of your fucking pocket. There is nothing that you do that comes out of your pocket. Nothing. And that is the truth of the matter. Nothing you do comes out of your pocket. You want everything for nothing. Sorry, it's infuriated me this morning. It's really fucking wound me up because I feel so fucking sorry for our community. Like, morning. Oh, you want to know oh my God, guys, this foundation. Hang on, wait a sec, I'll show you. Add products. I'll just put this one product on the shop, one sec, because it is the bollocks. I'll show you in a sec, one sec. Where is it? It's this one. Oh, it's down to £8.97, look. It's the new Revolution foundation. It's fucking amazing. It's so good. But of course she's getting her IVF at a discount or for free to promote. Like, but the thing is, because she's been given this opportunity once, now all of a sudden it's like, right, I can get stuff for free if I use my TikTok to promote this business. So now it's just like become this thing where she's just the most entitled person on the planet and just wants everything for nothing. And because you're getting everything for nothing, don't you think that you should have stuck to this fucking thing and given away that surgery? Like, instead of going, I'm so sad that we can't give away the surgery. You can give away the surgery, you just won't. Oh, what colour am I? What shade am I using? F4. I'm using F4. This is so fucking nice, this foundation. It doesn't look like you're wearing anything, but it completely covers up all of your all of your imperfections and stuff. It is the best foundation ever. Who are we talking about? I'm talking about Loz Get Sleeved. I've literally just had enough of it all. I can't bear to watch it anymore. I cannot bear to watch it anymore. Oh, I don't know, Kimberly. I'm not asked about that anyway. That's not the point. But what the point is like, people have been so invested. So many people cannot afford that surgery. And they have done so fucking well, like, to grow her account to 50k, to grow Prime Health Concept to almost 10k. They nearly hit it. And then now all of a sudden, it's like, you did good, guys, but not good enough. You did really well, but not good enough. And like, all of these people are so upset because they've been working so hard to get these followers up, and now they're not going to give it away. And the thing is after she says she's not going to give it away, she goes, we're going to have to come up with something else, guys. What, a new goal? What, some more followers? What do you want? Why has it always got to come with something? Why has it got to come with something? It's always something behind it. You have to be gaining from it. It's so morally fucking wrong to play with people's emotions like that. So morally wrong. It's not like you're giving away a fucking foundation. You are giving away something that is completely life-changing, that will turn someone's life around. People have been relying on this. People have been emotionally invested in this for months and months and months. Like, it is not fucking on. Jo, I used to really like her, and now I'm in complete agreement with you. There is absolutely no morals behind this whatsoever. I would never, ever offer somebody something like that. Will F4 be okay for fair skin? Yes, 100%. Oh, shit. This is F4, like I'll show you. That's F4. Sarah, thank you so much. It is the best found. Look at how it covered all the imperfections on my hand there. I've got like age spots. Look at that. But without it looking too much. Oh, you don't know. Ben, if you want to jump in the box, please feel free. I don't normally have people in my boxes. Have you ordered? Honestly, best foundation ever. And it's 20% off today. It's only £8. It's only £8. It's absolutely amazing. I am just infuriated by it. I feel so fucking sad. Like, I have done thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds worth of giveaways, yeah? Not once have I sat there and gone, do this for me and I'll give this away. It'll be like, for example, oh, enjoy Centre Parks, Ben. It'll be like, if I do have a really good week and I'll do really well, then I'll randomly, like in my Discord, I gave Roxy a £500 holiday. Like, do you know what I mean? I've given away TVs, I've given away all this. I'll just do it randomly, like as a gesture, as a nice gesture to my community, because of how fortunate I am. Now, you have been fortunate enough to have been given every fucking surgery you've ever had for fucking free, pretty much. Do you know what I mean? You have been fortunate enough to be given loads of stuff for your wedding for nothing. And you have promised people this giveaway of a fucking sleeve for months. And now you're backtracking on it because they couldn't hit an extra 1,000 followers. Yes, I gave away my wedding dress, Gina. I'm posting. That's got to be... DPD are picking that up today to take. It's sitting in my hallway in a box ready to go. Like, it's so morally incorrect to do this to somebody. It makes me sick. Pay for your own fucking wedding. There's your fucking answer from me. Pay for your own fucking wedding. Oh, it's really wound me up. I don't mean to be nasty, like, but I'm just fucking... People are asking... Oh, I used F4. F4. Like, if you're going to start your video with, I really want to give away a gastric sleeve, then just give it away. Just give it away. Do you get what I'm saying? Just give it away. If you're going to start a sentence with, you never paid for yours, yes, I fucking did. Are you having a laugh? I paid £3,000 for my gastric bypass, actually. £3,000 I paid for my gastric bypass. Thank you very much. That foundation is so soft, it's amazing. No, they hit over 8,500. They hit over... I paid for my gastric bypass with gifters' money. So what? That's my money. What? See, Blondie, thank you for that. See that? That's now my money. She's just given that to me, so it's mine. So what? So I'll do what I want with it. What the fuck's that got to do with you? That's my... Once you... Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Miss Caitlin. At least I did something that was life-changing with my money. I did something with my money. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you, Sarah. Guys, you don't have to send me gifts, honestly. I appreciate it, but thank you. Hypocrite. How am I a hypocrite? In what way? Do you see me offering people free fucking surgeries? Do you see me offering people free surgeries and then not thingying on that? Like, capitalising on that? No, they're not stressing me out. I don't give a fuck. They're coming for you today, Grace. I couldn't give a flying fuck. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. It makes no difference. Love you too, Ms. Mandy. You okay, love? When are you going to get your gastric? But I had mine a year ago. There's more to it too with Losh. She unsettles me. I thought she was lovely. Mel, I thought she was lovely. Honestly, I just don't understand. I don't get it, Mel. I don't get it. I am so fucking fortunate, like, to have always gotten the help that I've gotten, like, so fortunate. I have given enough back to cover that many fucking times. Many fucking times, believe me. On a lighter note, I'm scrubbing pen off my... Oh my God, Jodie, that was so funny. I've given back and I have, through the fucking nose, to help people on and off of this app. Do you get what I'm saying? And I've never asked for anything in return. I've never asked you for a fucking follow. I've never asked for likes. I have never asked for anything. I've never fucking said, thank you, Raf, darling. I've never fucking said, get me to this amount of followers and I'll give this away. Because when you're doing something like that and trying to do something out of the goodness of your heart, it should be exactly for that reason. Because you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart, not because you want something in fucking return. Sorry. It's really fucked me off this morning. Mel, are you still in here? Thank you, Josh. My hope for this is that she fucking opens her eyes and goes, do you know what? She's absolutely right. I'm still going to give it away. Because if she was paying for it in the fucking first place, then this has nothing to do with Prime Health Concept getting 10,000 followers. Absolutely nothing to do with it. Nothing. Nothing to do with it. If you was paying for it, I think that your people have done enough for you to pay for it anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? I watched your journey and you helped me to have the attributes to go for. So, oh, bless you, Raf. She's put something up about people not pushing her off the app. I have no interest in pushing her off the app. I don't want to push her off the app. I want her to stand up and go, do you know what? I've had enough done for me where I can just forget about those 1,000 followers because in the grand scheme of things, they mean fuck all. And I'm just going to do it. I'm going to stick to what I said because everyone did so well. Pinky! Hello, my gorgeous. Oh, I fucking love Pinky. Do you know what I see? The other day I was scrolling through the FYP and I think I see Pinky had jumped in a box with Angie and someone else. And I was watching my phone. I was like, Terry, I went, Terry, I would love to see these women give chat to Pinky face to face. I said, you do not fuck with Pinky. I said, imagine Angie ever saying a word to Pinky's fucking face. Like, never. They come on my life to troll me. Oh, they pride themselves for being trolls. But no, I have no intention of running this woman off the app. That's not my intention. I want her to stand up and go, do you know what? Morally, what I'm doing is wrong. That is what she needs to do. She's going, morally, what I'm doing is incorrect. But everything that she's doing is for self-gain. And it's a shame. Like, everything. It's just the most selfish display of a human being that I've ever watched in the last... Like, and it's the entitlement. It's the self-entitlement of it all. It's just that he's so entitled to have everything for nothing. So entitled to have everything for absolutely nothing. Daniela, I will ask my coordinator to do a video of that because obviously I'm not scientifically really... Oh my God, I just went to a post. People are so upset. Come chat to me, Mel. Gorgeous.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Oh, I'm echoing.
Are you echoing?
Wait there, I think it's me.
Okay.
That's a little bit better. Mel, one sec, they're saying they can't. Can you hear Mel, guys? Well, they can't hear anyone.
Can you hear me now? Some people saying yes. Yeah.
Off the app. No.
Right, I'll restart. Hang on.
Yeah, drop down and come back. Oh, is it back to normal now? Right, okay. No, Helen, I've restarted the app twice. Oh, oh, God. Let's get her back in. Hang on. There we go. Right.
Right, what about now?
Let's see.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Is it me that's out of sync?
No, it's nothing.
You're in sync for me.
Right, tell you what, no, let me restart my live.
So I asked one of my students who is amazing at art if he could make me a painting of like everything that I teach in science and just incorporating it all. He brought it in a bag, so I literally can't even see what it looks like, but I don't even know what to expect. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, but I'm like he's an 8th grader, but his stuff is phenomenal. Like if you see this, like that, he made that, and that was just for a project. So I don't even know what to expect. So. Oh my gosh. It is like, oh my God. I'm sorry, what? So.
Thank you, Mrs. T. Thank you for the dinosaur footprint. Thanks, lovely. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Lisa. Hello, my darlings. How are we? I just got to wait for Mel to come back. When Mel comes back, I'll get her in the box because I'm interested to hear what she's got to say. Hi, Carrie Ann. I'm good, darling. How are you? Gibbo! Thank you, Kirsty. Gibbo, how are ya? Investigation was good. It was fun. It was fun. Is Mel back? Someone share to Mel if you can. Hi, Mum. Hi, Scorpion. How are you? Are you a believer now? No. Thank you, what's popping? Thank you, Louise. Come on, Mel. Where are you, girl? Let me share to her. Let me share back to Mel. How do I share my light? I don't even know how to do it. Oh, Terry's home. You alright, bub? You need a piss? I can't share to Mel. Oh, there she is.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Because it could be the terrible internet connection in Cyprus, of course.
Right, thank you.
Right, good. Right, so I have this thing, yeah, like I see a lot of creators that I really like. They do endorsements, they do brand deals, they do whatever, right? And I think I'm down for all of it. If it's going to improve your life, you're going to get freebies and you're passing something positive onto your followers. Brilliant. My issue comes when something has gone wrong for you. You know it's gone wrong, but you still shove that out to your followers. That to me is a very, very dangerous sport to play.
Well, especially when it comes to surgery.
Exactly, and teeth and things like that. So what happened was, I was out there having my teeth done, my second trip out there. I'd gone out there to just have a general check over because it had been, I think, 6 months or whatever. And one of the back ones, I'd clenched so tight without my mouth guard that it wasn't a major problem, but I'd started with a grinding problem. So I went out there and I had it sorted. Now, obviously, I'm absolutely over the moon with my teeth. It went really, really well for me. But even then, I've been quite reserved on what I've talked about. I've just said, look, this is how it was for me. There's been no brand deal with me in the clinic, so I've been able to be really relaxed about how I've talked about it. Now, while I was over there, she was in wherever she was getting hers done, and she'd just had her final fitting. And I think she had some sort of deal with the clinic. So she jumped in live stream with me and she's telling me and Alfie how she's ecstatic, she's over the moon and people should go to this clinic. And I'm sat there letting her say all this stuff to my followers as well. And obviously, you know yourself, Gracie, you're protective of your followers, and it's not for the reasons people might think. It's because if someone says something to your followers that's disingenuous, you're going to get the slap for that. But also, you don't want your followers, especially people that have been supporting you for so long, to put themselves in a position that's bad for them, because you just don't want that for people that you care about. So I'm listening to this thinking, well, she's clearly very happy and blah, 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 blah. Fast forward 4 days and she's not happy, is she? They're too big for her mouth. She's back in England now. She's telling the truth. After having told, I think we had like 500 something people in the live that it was the best thing ever and they should go to this clinic. She's all of a sudden recanting this now. And, she's got a problem and it's their fault and she needs to go and have it sorted and she's really unhappy. But there was no, look, you kind of need to reach out and tell your followers that they shouldn't go to this clinic because, they've screwed my teeth up. They've put teeth that are too big in my mouth. Or they shouldn't go to this clinic because actually they botched my mummy makeover and it's not the way I want it and I'm not happy about it. And I lost so much respect on that basis alone, because while people are doing brand deals, we need to be savvier and remember that they get a cut. Not all the time, some people don't, but they get a cut.
With the company that I go with, and I will never say a bad word about the because their service has been amazing from start to finish. They do a referral scheme, right? But the referral scheme that goes with me is the same that they would do with you if you went with them, or any person like that.
Yeah.
Like you refer a friend, you'll get, I think it's €30 off of your next surgery. You don't get paid any cash or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to go for another surgery, they'll take €30 off. Like, but that's not just for me. Anyone who has surgery then gets that referral scheme.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I totally do. And I think the thing is, it's just like referral schemes are brilliant, and the main goal, like you, watching how far you've come has just been superb. Do you know what I mean? It's just been phenomenal. I'm just putting headphones in now so that the echo's not as bad. Is it a bit better now?
Can you guys hear me now?
I've put headphones in because I think that might have been the problem.
Is it? Can you hear me? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, guys, they missed what I said, guys. What I said was, I don't have a problem with like people like in referral schemes and things like that, like booking surgery. Any of you that have been with booking surgery can have a referral code. Do you get what I mean? So that you can get, like, for everyone who books, I think it's €30 that you get off of your next surgery. So my deal with them is exactly the same as any of your deals with them. I do not get free surgery. I pay for the surgery. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you did. And the thing is, it's not even about people getting 30% or whatever. That's all fine. If you're doing a job and you're coming online and doing the promotion the company can't do, you deserve to get that. My problem is when something is...
Guys, there you go. There's David. I can confirm you paid. That is the person who organises my surgeries. And I promise you that I would never, if I had a bad experience with a company, I would never...
This is my point. You wouldn't promote them.
Live and go, oh, it was amazing.
Exactly.
Never.
And this is my thing. And it's like, someone said, what happens if you gifted something and something goes wrong? Well, you're not... If something goes wrong and you gifted something, the contract is void. You don't have to say anything. Because you have a responsibility to your followers not to say something. You might not come on and go, it went horribly wrong, but you just wouldn't say anything. You wouldn't, you just let it go.
You wouldn't promote it though.
No. So that was my issue. And I just thought, oh my God, you know, you're dealing with vulnerable people. I am so cautious about it. A lot of my followers have, you know, problems because they follow me because I've got problems. And there ain't no way I'm sending them to Turkey when I know the person that's telling me to do that has had something horrific go wrong. And I don't know, you know, I mean, obviously there was whether or not it was the clinic's fault, whether or not she was exercising too soon. Neither of us will ever know what the reason for that, you know, botch thing is. We'll never know. But the fact is, while there was a botching, you can't then go to your followers. And when I saw that she was giving away this surgery, I just thought, how is anyone meant to trust this? Because you've literally shown that you can't be trusted when it comes to serious information like this. So so I wasn't surprised at all when
what it comes across as, Mel, is that she will do anything for free surgery.
I know. I
feel like all of this promotion just comes off of the back of that company offering her free or heavily discounted surgery for her to then promote them. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But what you were like, Danielle's, Soph said she was happy with it until she went to Prime. And yeah, there were a lot of people that questioned that as well. But at the end of the day, it's like wasn't it in the beginning as well? There was some speculation about where she even had it done. She was saying multiple places and taking payments from multiple clinics.
Look at David's comment. Look, that's my coordinator at my surgery. We offered to help the lady you're talking about, but because it wasn't free, she went elsewhere.
And this is the thing, you know, if someone's coming to you and saying, you know, it's not free, you've got to pay. And I know these clinics, and they are really good, and they will discount things for creators that they believe will be a good face for them, you know, that won't ruin their image. You know, if you're going to have something as life-changing done as that, then at the end of the day, put your hand in your pocket. It's going to change your life. That's what you're doing it for, right? You're doing it for that reason. But for me, that's the big problem with her now. And as someone that does take the responsibility of what you tell people quite seriously.
Oh, 100%. Without a doubt.
I just think it's not surprising that this has happened. And like you say, she was paying for it herself anyway. So if we're to believe that, and again, I don't think I do. I think that it's just covering the clinic. You know, they said 10K, she didn't get 10K. They were rigid on that, and that's that, you know, because if it was the case, then surely anyone in their right mind, for the bad PR it would bring them alone, you'd just pay for the surgery. They're not that far off 10K. Do you know what I mean? She's hit her 50.
Well, this is what I'm saying. And the thing is, they've gotten her to 50,000, way over 50,000 now. They've gotten Prime Health Concept, who had like hardly any followers, they've got them to nearly 10,000.
I know.
They're so close to hitting the mark. If you was going to pay for it yourself anyway, why wouldn't you just say, guys, listen, you fucking smashed that?
Well, you would, yeah.
Like, I'll pay for the surgery.
Like, yeah, you would.
No problem. But instead, the video ended with, now you guys need to come up with something else. You need to come up with something else for us to do now, so that I can give away this surgery. And it's like, you're just constantly doing things to benefit yourself. And
it's weird. But do you know what, David? I think this is your friend who booked yours in, Gracie. Do you know what, David? When you say that one place paid to silence her, there isn't anyone on the planet that could pay to silence me or Gracie. There's not enough money.
1,000,000%. And I'm telling you now that, like, it must be about 100 of my followers have booked and on the booking surgery since. And nobody has everyone has said, oh my God, Grace, you were so right. Like, from start to finish, they are thorough, like, so professional, so amazing. Yeah. Like, I would never promote something to my these people I consider my friends. I never put them in a vulnerable position for my personal fucking benefit and gain. Because at the end of the day, it is surgery. It's a medical procedure.
Yes.
It could go terribly fucking wrong. I would not put somebody's life in danger.
Exactly.
Hi, David.
Hello.
I can't hear him. Can you?
No.
I can't hear him. But guys, that's David from booking surgery.
Oh, bless him. Did he have it done as well? I'm looking at some before and after pictures.
Oh my God. Mel, hang on, let me see if I can quickly find a picture of him.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure I did save one because I was showing people the other day. Hang on.
Oh, do you know what?
David before and after. He was 33 stone, I think.
My God, he looks fantastic.
I think he was 33 stone and he's now around like 10 stone.
That's incredible. Do you know, I say all the time, I mean, obviously with my situation, it's off the table completely. But if I could have it done, I would have it done. I think it's, you know, it's one of those things that is just going to open a door to an entirely new life, one of confidence, one of health. You know, you're doing it for your health more than aesthetics, I think. You know?
Mel, I can honestly tell you that this has completely changed my life. Like,
I bet it has.
If there is anybody that doesn't believe in like things changing when they're at the bottom of the fucking barrel, I can promise you I'm living proof of it. I was in the worst possible place health-wise, mentally, and now I am just a completely different person. It is, and this
I can see you are. I mean, I watch you.
It infuriated me so much.
I know.
Because I thought, you have fucking led people up the garden path with this promise of a new fucking life. That's a big thing.
It is. And I've watched you since you had it done. You know, I'm not on TikTok that much anymore, but you know, I scroll through and I see you getting ready to go somewhere, or you're booking your wedding, which congratulations, sweetheart. It's wonderful, you know, and I just think this is night and day compared to the Gracie that I used to go live with, you know, and how you're very like me. You're a very stoic young lady. You know, you don't always let your feelings, your true feelings, come to the surface. You know, you manage your outward appearance very, very well. I massively it's not always healthy, but I do respect it because I do it myself. But you know, you're so well put together in that respect, and to see, you know, you start to be a bit more honest about how you were toward the end there, it's crazy, you know, and I think if anybody can afford it, or that, you know, they're thinking about, is it the right thing? I think take the leap of faith. I would 100% have got it done had it been something safe for me. And I think for the majority of and at the end of the day, you need to make sure that who you go to haven't. But again, I have to say, I'm not saying I'm siding with the other clinic because I've got no dog in this fight at all. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, you know, did they botch, or was it just a very mismanaged collaboration? Do you know what I mean?
I genuinely believe it was a mismanaged collaboration, and I believe that Prime Health Concept gave her an offer she couldn't refuse, and she took what she could get. I mean, to me, it's no different than walking down the street, seeing a random person standing there, and that random person going, "Hi, would you like to come into this back office for a surgery?" I'll give you so long as you promote it on your social media. You don't actually know anything about these people, and you are taking the word of a stranger on the fucking internet. Like, you've got to, there has got to be something said for paying for surgery. These people, these surgeons have studied their whole lives.
Yes.
You know? They are doctors. They want paying.
Exactly. And it's like, for me, I know it's nowhere near the same. You know, I can't deal with your issues with food, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what I mean? But it's like when brands come to me and they want a song, but they don't want to pay for it, so they don't get a song. Because if it's a skill you have that other people need, there's a price for that. And at the end of the day, when you're talking about people that have done a minimum of 7 years in medical school doing a surgical speciality, you've got to respect that. And also, you want people that take it deadly seriously, because it is a deadly serious thing. You know, I have to say, in the grand scheme of things, when you look at things going wrong in countries like Turkey where people have had it done. They're very minimal. It's just that we hear about them because it happened in Turkey, and therefore it makes a good headline, because just as many bad things happen in the UK.
Now,
do you know what I mean?
Let me spit you some facts, right? Since 2015, there have been 24 deaths that are related to surgery, plastic surgery, bariatric surgery in Turkey.
Yeah.
Right? 24 since 2015. Since 2015, there have been 29 deaths in the UK related to bariatric surgery, and Turkey performed 300,000 more surgeries a year.
I can imagine totally.
300,000 more bariatric surgeries a year, and they've had less deaths than the UK in that same time span.
It's weird because it's not the same thing, but when I was looking into having an aneurysmectomy on my heart about 2 years ago, and I went to see a big, all singing, all dancing chief down in London, and he said to me, we only do a certain handful of this procedure every year, so it's very high risk. Our mortality rate is 60%. However, in other parts of Europe, they do 3 a day, and their mortality rate is a lot less because they're experienced doing it.
Very experienced. They do it all day, every day.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guarantee you that my surgeon, Ali Tardu, I think he does 10 surgeries a day.
Easy.
Do you think he does 10 surgeries a day, has done for the past 30 years or whatever? He could probably stand there with a fucking blindfold on and do this surgery safely. Do you get what I mean?
Oh, 100% do.
He's the most incredible man, and I have taken Lawrence over there to have surgery. And I've gone with him. I know. So I am that fucking certain of how amazing he is that I would do that. If I was not certain and I had had any inkling of a bad experience, I would never put myself in the firing line to put someone else in the firing line.
You just wouldn't. And to me, it's just you have a responsibility. Like when we all start TikTok, right? We don't know what we're doing. None of us are experienced in social media. We get this little team of people that get behind us and support everything that we do. We owe them everything to do with our platform. Every last thing we get, we owe them. So therefore, there's got to be a loyalty back. There's got to be I'm not going to steer you down the wrong road. I'm not going to have you back for me against something that I know is wrong, and I'm not going to have you go and do something to your body or your teeth that could potentially put you at risk. I'm not going to do that. And my issue with that young lady is that I'm sure as a person, because I don't remember, we have to separate person from creation. I don't know her as a person. I'm sure she's lovely, and I'm sure she's been through some terrible things, and she's seen an opportunity to get out of a mess, and she's taken it, and many of us would. But that's maybe where it should have ended, because I think the rest of it has just been really disingenuous and morally questionable. It really has. And I just think anybody that's thinking about it, I would maybe have a chat with Gracie about where she's been, because the results speak for themselves. She's never come on here moaning.
I've never once said a bad word about that company, and I'll tell you why. I've never had a bad word to say about them. Do you know what I mean? You've got to think about this as well. I'm a year out of surgery, and I am friends with my surgeon on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? If I've got a problem, if I think, something's not sat right, and I'm a little bit worried, a little bit concerned, I've always got somebody to go to.
Yes,
do you know what I mean?
exactly.
They message me and say, how are you getting on? I've still got a dietitian a year later, from the same, and I'm not paying any extra money, but they genuinely have just been there for me, just from the very beginning till the very fucking end. I can't say anything bad about them, so I won't.
Exactly. And you've done it all right as well. You know, I remember when you were coming out, you were following protocol, you were looking after your body. And these are things that you should also watch, that somebody has been coached in the right way to take care of themselves after a surgery like that, because there are certain things you can and can't do for a while. I'm just, number one, thrilled that it's worked out for you. Can't wait to see you in your dress. Can't wait to see you start a brand new life. I really can't. And I'm really glad that you've spoken up, because you can ask my husband. It has niggled me for the past few weeks when I've just been like, hang on a minute. Because I know how many vulnerable people have reached out to me about their teeth. And I have been, they've said certain things to me, and I've gone, do you know what, mate? Because I don't know anything about that condition, I wouldn't risk it, or whatever. And I just think you can't be so blind and naive as to say to everybody, you'll be fine, because some people won't be. And you don't want that on your hands. You just don't want that on your hands.
No, definitely not. I would never fucking recommend a company for something so important and something, you know, that is, it risks your life, you know?
Exactly.
Like this is somebody's life. It's not a fucking, like, recommending a shit foundation, which I wouldn't do anyway.
Exactly.
But it's not the same. This is people's lives.
Exactly, it truly
You're
is.
playing with here.
It truly is. I'm so confused. Just watch some of her videos. How does she work? So she was originally, she went out and had a gastric sleeve with a company that I won't mention because personally I don't necessarily think they deserve the bashing that they got. She had a gastric sleeve. It was successful, so she went back for a mummy makeover, which at the time we were told to believe was also successful. Then shortly after that, and I kind of do believe the clinic statement, she was selling a treadmill, as I remember. So she was on this treadmill every day, which after surgery, because a mummy makeover, as much as it's not messing with your insides, it's still huge surgery. There's lots of incisions. And
I'm going to have one on the 26th for this month.
Yeah, and
you're under for like 9 hours plus. Like,
exactly.
It is a very long surgery, and it has been made extremely clear to me. You fucking rest.
Yes.
After this, there is no heavy lifting. Do not even lift the kettle. Like, you can't do anything. Soft walks, like, only. Do you know what I mean? Soft walks. That's it. You are not allowed to lift for 6 fucking weeks. Like,
exactly.
Point blank.
So for the ladies that have had C-sections, and you remember that the first day you can't hold your baby properly because of the stress on the abdo wall muscles. Well, these mummy makeovers, they have even more. They're going through multiple layers to tighten up the abdo wall muscles and put them back to where they should be, as well as removing all the skin. So it's huge. It's a huge deal. And the recovery is long and arduous. And even then, when you do recover, you don't jump straight back into cardio workouts. You're jumping more into strengthening workouts. So no one, because none of us are, experts in this stuff, no one questioned it that she was on a treadmill every day promoting this treadmill. And then all of a sudden, there was a problem with how it had healed and she wasn't happy and it was a bodge job. Now, like the clinic said, we strongly advised her not to be on a treadmill. We strongly advised her to do the rest that was required. But she didn't listen. So it's not going to heal. And that is true. I'll tell you a story now. Do you remember I admitted to you, I think you were the first person I ever admitted this to, Gracie, on live stream once, that I had a breast reduction. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So I had a breast reduction when I was 19 on the NHS because mine was so big they were causing curvature of the spine.
Well,
what are you though? Tell me what you are. What are you?
Double G.
Okay, right, so I was a double F on one side and a double H on the other. It was... it was horrible, and it had happened. Like all the women in my family are very big chested, but one side on me had just decided to keep fucking growing. It was horrendous. Anyway,
guys, is anyone else just picturing one really in
Have you ever seen that Adam Sandler film, Just Go With It, where one of them pops their fake boob?
In the car door.
It was like that. It was like that. I swear to God, I hated it. And it was at a time in my life when I was just starting to date and, get my kit off for people and stuff. And you could see them looking at me going, what is that?
Like the doggy head tilt.
It was horrendous. So I had that, and I went to see this surgeon, and it was so funny when I went to see the surgeon. I want a breast reduction, and he goes, listen to me. Everyone's unhappy with their body. Nobody's symmetrical. I went, please. He went, right, let's have a look, and he went, yeah, I see what you mean. I'll book you in. Let's get. I was like, oh my God, it is that bad. It's not in my head. Anyway, I had it done, and they bandage you up, and you've got drains in, much like when you have your mummy makeover and stuff. You're in for a bit, and you've got drains in, and it's trying. So anyway, this is typical me, right? It says everything about me as a person. This story. I got out of bed. They said, don't get out of bed. And I couldn't stand having a catheter. So I was like, no, I'm going to the toilet myself. So they removed it and I got out of bed. On my way back to the bed, this woman goes to me, would you like a chocolate, sweetheart? I went, oh, yes, please. I reached over to take a chocolate. My drain got caught. I ripped it out. Right?
Oh.
So to this day, I didn't heal properly on one side. Now, that's on me. I got out of bed, right? And I went for the chocolate. So, you know.
Them pesky fucking chocolate smell, they get you every time, I'm telling you.
Mate, I'd never say no. That's my problem. That's why I'm in this mess. So I've got, you know, and he said to me, he went, oh, you know, maybe when you're older, if it's really getting on your nerves, we can fix it. Now, eventually, I got older and I didn't care because it wasn't as bad as, you know, the horrificness I went in with. So it was fine. But that's like me blaming the hospital for that. That's the equivalent of me saying, well, hang on a minute, I've been healed badly, I'm botched. When it was me that got out of bed against medical advice, me that reached for the chocolate, me that pulled my own drain out. And that's why how you heal is so, so important, you know, and we all think we know better than our doctors, but most of us don't. And, you know, we've got to listen to that advice. So I do feel like they've had a fair whack of the shitty stick, if you know, in my opinion. But at the same time, even if they hadn't, let's say they hadn't, let's say it was true. There was a period of time when she'd have known it was true and continued to promote them anyway. She continued to do it until she got this deal with Prime Health and followed the money, which, again, I'm not slamming her for that because you make your opportunities where you can in life. But then if I was Prime Health, I would be very concerned about ruffling her feathers at all and potentially losing. It's like, I've no hate with this girl at all, you know, Chelsea Liart. I have no hate with Chelsea Liart. But if I was a hairdresser, I would never do her hair.
No, you wouldn't, would you?
Do you know what I mean? You just wouldn't. You'd be like, no, I don't care how much money you've got. I am not doing your hair.
Not a chance.
They come online and they slate it, and that's somebody's whole livelihood down the pan. So it's like, for me, I think you've got to be, if you're going to enter into these sort of arrangements, you've got to be honest, you've got to be moral, you've got to be fair to your followers.
She wanted to be in my, she wanted me to manage her. She wanted me to be her manager. She wanted to be in my agency. And I was like, look, I'm all about making a pound coin, yeah? I would love to take some of your diamonds.
Yeah.
I would love to. But it's not fucking happening. I am not having the stress. I am not having the drama.
Oh, that's hilarious,
not having
mate.
There's just absolutely no fucking chance that I am going to put myself in that position. You get what I mean? Like,
mate, you would have no life. Every day would be damage control. Right, listen, we need to put out an apology. Every morning.
Listen, EQ's in my agency. I have enough shit to know. You think I have CLA?
Oh, you'd just literally be writing apology after apology every day. Right, say this, exactly this, word for word, do not deviate. Oh, God bless you. But yeah, so I'm glad we've talked about this. It's actually made me feel a little bit like I'm not just someone
I have to get it off my chest, Mel.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there thinking, this ain't right. Like, morally, this is not right.
For me, it was just like, you're not saying anything and someone's going to go out there and they're going to do it and you're going to know that they're walking into a hot... Because some people are, you know, it's like when you're really desperate for something, especially something like that, which you know is going to, like you say, change your life, make you happy, take away some of your insecurities.
It's not cheap. In my eyes, it's cheap because it's so worth it. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
But for your normal everyday person who works a normal job, etc., to be able to afford like £3,000,
yeah, it's a lot of money.
It's just not justifiable for everybody.
No,
so the people that it's not justifiable for, that are so desperate to improve their lives, and they've seen how much it's improved other people's lives, they're going to really want that, you know?
Exactly. I know. It's so, so sad. And I just hope that these people... Hang on. I'm taking one of my anti-anxiety pills. I'm not in a good way at the minute. It's ridiculous. I just really, really hope that you know, a way does present itself for them to go and get what they need. But honestly, I think that for now... I would take everything that lady says with a big pinch of salt and protect yourself and, you know, maybe look at other avenues if you want to. That's personally what I would do, just until...
Do you know what else, Mel, right? And I know this probably gonna sound funny because there's been weeks on here where I've had fantastic weeks, and I'm such a big believer in giving back. Like, I'll go in my Discord.
I know you are.
And I'll chuck a £500 holiday at someone, or a telly, or Xboxes for their kids, or whatever. Like, I've done a million fucking things, too many to count. But I would never give somebody free surgery. I know that sounds like a bit,
no, it doesn't.
A bit harsh.
No, it
but
doesn't.
somebody's life. I would never promote giving somebody a free surgery. I just wouldn't. Like,
Well, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. I mean, even if you were,
it's right.
It's not. And even if you were clever about it and you just went, I would, I'm going to give some money away and it's the exact amount needed for that surgery, you're still not booking it. You're still not facilitating and overseeing it. Do you know when I used to co-own Winner Winner with Simon, there was a time of which you won on, didn't you? You jammy little cow. You won some money. There was a time when, I've got no part in the business, so I can tell you this now. There was a time when we mulled over the idea of sending someone out for a brand new smile. And I said to Simon, we can't, because if something goes wrong, anything at all, and I don't think it would because I've been fine, but let's just say they had an adverse reaction to one of the jabs or they didn't eat, whatever, I don't know. I said, that's on us then. That's PLI that we can't afford. I said, let's just leave it. And so we didn't do that. Do you know what I mean? We didn't do that. And I think that there's something to be said for just keeping your distance from things like that. Telling people that you had it done and that you're happy with it and where you had it done.
Your experiences.
Yeah, is one thing. But then, sort of saying, I will facilitate you going out there. It's a big, big risk, Someone's saying, and this is the other thing. Like, I'm not bagging the company because at the end of the day, I don't know this company. I've never worked with them, don't know anything about them. But a company that does so many things will arguably not be a specialist in one. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's a big leap to go from gastric band to IVF. It's a huge leap, don't you think? They're not the same. They're not, like, aesthetic things and then reproductive things are not the same. They're just...
Oh, Mel, carry on talking. Sorry, one sec. Someone's on the door.
Oh no, I don't do live streams anymore. I don't know what to say. Hello. I hope you're all having a really good day, and that that your families are good, and that you don't hate your job too much, and that your dogs are all right. I hope your dogs are all right. Are your dogs all right? Have you got dogs? I have dogs and cats and children, and it's not the same, but they make as much mess.
See, I've just got something in the post that is probably for me to promote.
Let's have a look.
What have we got? Oh, their outfits.
Oh, look at you now getting outfits. I love this. Let me see.
It's a jumpsuit.
Sweet swoo.
It's a
V-neck,
jumpsuit.
that'll be flattering with the boobs, all that. Try it on.
But guys, see this? I got this for free, right? Companies send me these for nothing, so that I'll try them on, show them on a video, promote them. But that is completely different to me receiving free surgery and promoting it. It's not the same thing.
No, it's not. Because if you don't like a dress, you can gift it on, or you can put it in a charity shop. You're fine.
Exactly.
You can't send your internal organs to a charity shop. If you could, I'd be healthy now. Do you know how some people get teeth that are too big? Bad dentistry. Simple. When you have your teeth done, well, I mean, even in the UK when I've had dental work, my God, they obsess over everything. How many x-rays you've got to have and this, that and the other just to make sure that everything fits your mouth perfectly, and...
Mel, when I tell you, when my brother went and had his done, right, I could not believe this fucking clinic looked like something from the future. Like, it was the most immaculate, poshest fucking place I'd ever seen, and they had to give him 12 root canals. They point blank refused. They said, if your oral health is not in perfect condition,
it's true.
we are absolutely not going to give you your crowns, whatever they were. I can't remember what they were.
Yeah.
But they refused to work on his mouth until his oral health was perfect. And he had to go through like 12 root canals,
same.
a week's worth of work on his teeth to make sure, like, they are so fucking thorough. Like,
they are.
So thorough.
Well, when I had mine done, I remember... because obviously when you're talking to them and stuff, and it's probably the same when you're having any procedure done, because they do it every day. They're kind of like, it'll be fine, don't worry about it, we do it all the time, it's really like, it's this, that, the other. It's more discomfort than anything. And I was like, okay. So I went out there and I literally got off the plane, went to the hotel. I went for a scan. and of my jaw. And then they said, right, go back to the hotel, eat something lovely, because you're probably not going to want to eat for the next couple of days. And we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:00. So I went in, and bear in mind, I'm going with the baggage of being on warfarin, which makes your blood like water. So I was panicking about bleeding, and, you know, but they'd been really thorough with me before I went there. I got there, and they start, you know, looking at my teeth, and he says to me, right, here's the thing. He said, you need some root canals. He said, if I don't do them, he said, I know you haven't got toothache right now. He said, but if I don't do them and I put a crown on those teeth and something gets in it, because things will get, you know, slightly under, it'll rot, you'll have an infection, you'll not only lose the tooth, but you'll lose the root, and then you'll need implants. So you need to just suck this up. So I can't have anaesthetic with adrenaline in, which is what normal people have, because it impacts the heart. So you have to have a shit anaesthetic, which wears off really fast. So in my first day, I had 52 injections, because they kept wearing off. And in the end, I went, do you know what? Just do it. Just finish it. Just do it. I don't want it anymore.
Buzz, Mel. Buzz says that we're the queens of TikTok.
No, hello, buddy. Bless him.
Thank you, Yazzie.
So I had it all done, and then when I went back in March this year for this grinding issue, he turned around to me and went, I'm going to do another root canal. I went, how is that possible? He went, he says, you know what, it wasn't quite as white on your last scan. It's a bit, I said, but I haven't got toothache. He went, no, but you don't want it either, so let me do it. So I ended up having to have another root canal. And in the end, you know, I've walked away with no problems. But I see so many people go to clinics and they're like, oh my God, I've got toothache, I need help. Going to their dentist is like, right, well, we'll have to take the crown off, we'll have to do this, we'll have to do that. It's not worth it, you know. But my clinic looks like that. It's just like they're stepping into the future, gold everything, marble everything. Yeah. But
it's
you know,
crazy. Like, you walk into a dentist here and walk into a dentist in Turkey, it is next level.
It is next level. It really is.
The cleanliness of it, and like the hospitals and the dentists out there, you could eat your dinner off the floor. Like,
you could, but a lot of them as well are medically trained, because when I had. What root canal? You're not going to feel anything after pain was. Yeah, exactly. When I think it was day 2, I bled because of like they were pulling back the plaque, and I started bleeding, and I panicked because of the warfarin, and I genuinely, like, I was terrified. And he turned around to me and said, Miss Melissa, I gave you antibiotics, so there will be no infection. I have this. And he went into his drawer and he pulled out a drip of tranexamic acid. He said, I am ready for everything, which is what we use in the UK if people can't stop bleeding. And I'm like, oh my God, this dude is a genius. He's got everything in these drawers. Do you know what I mean? So that if they accidentally do something, nothing bad will happen to me. And that's the only reason I've ever felt confident saying, you need to go to this place, you need to get it done.
Mel,
Because,
you know what, right? This company that I went, and this is another reason that I recommend them. And some people might think this is a bad thing, but honestly, I think that they are like, they're so personable, they're so caring. When I went to Turkey to have my bypass, I couldn't walk, could I? I was immobile. Like, I could walk maybe 3 or 4 steps, and then my legs would seize up and I was done for. The day before, obviously, when you go there, you talk to the surgeon and the nurses and stuff. Thank you, Rance, about, you know, your life and how it's affecting you and whatever else. And I had explained this. They knew that obviously my mobility was a severe problem. I had been to the NHS a million times and said, like, why can I not walk? And they're like, you need to lose weight, whatever. God. So the day after my surgery, when they got me up to walk, right, I was dreading it because I'm thinking I can barely walk anyway. I've now had surgery. I'm obviously not going to be able to fucking move. And I'm walking up this hallway, back down the hallway, back up the hallway. And I'm thinking,
mate.
Well, I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? Why can I walk?
Yeah.
Like the day after surgery. So I said to the coordinator, I said, I really want to speak to the surgeon. So the surgeon came in, he was like, what's up? And I said, I can walk. I said, why can I walk? I said, because obviously I only had the surgery yesterday, so I've not lost enough weight for that to be the reason that I can now walk. I'm still the same weight. Like, why can I walk? And he said, I know that you said you couldn't walk. He said, when I did your tests, I found a hiatus hernia. He said, while I did your bypass, he said, I fixed your hernia. He said, and now you can walk. And I was like, he said, that's the reason. And I was like, you are fucking kidding me. I've been on the NHS, like gone a million times. They've done scans
I know.
and everything. Never found anything. He said, when I did your test, he said, I found a hernia. He said, when I do your bypass, I fix your hernia. He said, now you can walk.
How much weight have you lost now?
No more. He said, now no more pain. And I was like, oh my God, they didn't charge me any extra for this procedure. He said, if I'm there, he said, and I know that that's there, he said, I'm going to help you.
How much weight have you lost now?
13 stone.
Jesus Christ.
13 stone.
That's me plus some.
I know, and I just think I owe this man absolutely everything. Guys, if you've never heard of Dr. Ali Tardu, please Google him, look at his testimonials. He's the kindest man I've ever met. He held my hand while I was crying. You know, he has a smile that lights up a room, the kindest face I've ever seen in my life. And I thank him for saving my life, genuinely.
So apart from aesthetically, because we all know that bit, what's been the biggest difference dropping 13 stone?
Being able to be a mum again, Mel. Being able to play with my Vinny. I'll get him from school now. I couldn't do the school runs. My mum was doing school runs for me because I couldn't get out the door. I couldn't walk out the door. I was completely immobile. Now I pick him up from school and we have a race home. Do you know what I mean? And I can chase him and play with him. And if I look at this, hang on, one sec. If I put this on the screen for a second so you guys can see, where is it?
God.
So if I put that on the screen for a second, oh shit, I'm zooming in on me now. Wait there. And then I walk around here.
Oh my God. Have they said, I'm going to be really, really nosy now because I'm curious of this, right? Because you're only young, aren't you? How old are you?
34.
Yeah, so you're quite young. So when you have a gastric sleeve and there's skin, which is the mummy makeover will correct all that, is it because of the sheer speed you lose the weight that happens? Or what is that?
It would happen no matter how slowly you lost the weight. That skin is stretched beyond the point of I think it's more the amount of weight you lose rather than the speed. Like the bigger you are, the more loose skin you're going to have. It's just...
So if I lost 3 stone, would that happen to me?
Nowhere near as bad. Nowhere. You'd probably have, some wobbly bits. Look at this. You'd have wobbly bits, but I don't think it wouldn't be anywhere near as bad as the way I've lost it.
And do you know what? I am not envious because you work your ass off to get there, but it massively impresses me and the way you've got your life back. And do you know how much healthier you'll be without realising it and the things you've taken yourself out of risk of having? And oh my God, it's a huge thing.
It really is. It really, really is. Let me show you this picture as an example, and I just want to preface this by saying, obviously, this is not me.
Do you know what, though? You never looked that big, Gracie. I've got to say,
this is a mummy makeover, guys.
Wow.
That's 11 weeks post-op. That's what I'm going to have.
And they'll fade, won't they? They'll fade.
They'll fade. They'll go to white after a year. But the picture on the left, she went to sleep like that, and she woke up the picture on the right. That is unbelievable. So when obviously people are promoting surgeries, that is a huge surgery. Look at all of the work that's been done. Look at how much has been cut away from this lady. And the results are incredible, but this is also something that needs to be taken very seriously.
Oh, yes.
Something that is such a huge decision. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, because, it's the abdominal area. They're literally stitching your abdominal wall muscles back together because as you have babies and you put weight on, they stretch apart.
They don't just cut away your skin. They have to lift everything up, pull your muscles back together, stitch them back into place. It's a huge, huge thing.
I got my teeth done in Antalya, a place called Your Smile Turkey. They don't do surgeries though or anything like that. They only do teeth. But yeah, you're gonna feel. I mean, you probably already do feel amazing, but you're just gonna feel so much more confident.
Yeah.
And isn't it weird that the day you take steps to go and change your life, you meet the love of your life? Isn't there some major symmetry there? It's like,
well, honestly, I've never been a believer in fate or anything like that. But the only way I can just justify in my head that this happened is because we needed each other, and there are so many things that could have happened in a different way, like because I was meant to go for my surgery at a certain date and then I had to change the date as well. So if I would have gone with the first date that I originally had booked, I wouldn't have met him. You know, like there are so many different things, so many different consequences that could have happened that would have prevented me from meeting him. And I just think there must have been something there that someone, you know, sometimes I feel like my dad sent him to me.
oh, don't make me bawl. I'm hormonal. I can't
No,
cope.
I'm hormonal as well, but I'm serious. Like, this is a man that my dad would have just adored, Mel. I'm gutted that he's not going to be at a wedding. Do you know what I mean? I genuinely think that
sweetheart.
my dad saw me and knew how bad it was. Like, I was at the point where I said to my mum, I said, Mum, this is it. Either I go and have this surgery or I kill myself. Like,
Gracie.
like, there is no going back from this now. I am at the point I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. I can't, not for another day. And my mum went, well, if that's the way you feel, then I'm well up for you having the surgery because I'm not losing another daughter. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not losing another child. And I genuinely think that my dad went, like, I don't know, time to turn her life around, you know, and I feel like he just fucking planted him there for me. That's the only way. That's how lucky I feel.
And that's how lucky you are. But you're also a beautiful person that's very easy to love. So, you know, you didn't have to work
not
too
like
hard
that,
for that.
Mel.
No, you are. I think it's lovely. One thing fixed your body, the other thing fixed your soul. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. And I wish you nothing but years and years of happiness, my friend. Nothing.
Thank you, Mel.
And look after yourself on this platform.
Yeah. Well, Mel, do you know what? I've just done, like, everything's just fallen into place. Like, I don't have to come live constantly. I don't have the time to anymore. I've now got 4 kids instead of 1. Do you know what I mean?
I
I've got
know.
Terry's 3 kids that are constantly here. Like, I'm putting in the effort to build something like my platform in a substantial way where it's going to last. Do you know what I mean? Like, where I don't have to rely on coming live for gifts to pay me rent, or do you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. I've built myself something that is legitimate and that is you know, that I fucking pay tax on, you know. Like a real thing. And I've built relationships with ginormous brands like Revolution and, you know, Wellguard and these. I feel like I've built something.
Well, you have.
Stable.
Yeah, you have, and it's a big thing that you're doing. I'm at the point. I'm really lost at the minute because I don't know what I want to do. I want to listen. Right, back me up on this, yeah. So I work on 3 platforms. Obviously, I've got this one, I've got Facebook, and I've got Instagram, which I never use, right? And when I first started doing TikTok, I've learned something recently, which has really put my nose out of joint. I got an email out of the blue the other night from YouTube. Now, I don't have a YouTube, right? So I thought it was bullshit. I thought it was a
Loads
scam.
of people are doing YouTube now.
Well, listen to this, right? She goes to me, no, I really am YouTube. Look, Google the YouTube number and speak to me. So I call this woman on YouTube. She's really, really nice. And she says to me, right, what I want to do is I want to hire you as a shorts creator. I want you to bring all your content that you're currently putting out on other platforms, and I want you to bring it all to YouTube.
I just can't get my shoes on.
And she goes, I want to bring it all to YouTube, and we will pay you to do that, and we'll support you, and it'll be fine. You're exactly what we need. So then I did some Googling and looked it up, and it's authentic. Like, they invite a certain amount of people every year to do this. The creators that they've had doing this for 12 months are flying. Do you know what I mean? So I went, do you know what? I am so sick of feeling like I am shit at what I do, because on Facebook I go viral most often than not. Like, it's just so easy for me to go viral, right? There's another platform that I use, which is like an all platform where you shove it up and you put it out on theirs and others as well. I go viral on there all the time. TikTok don't show my videos to anybody anymore at all. Like, the only time people see my content is if they share it off platform. So clearly I've been out of favor with TikTok for quite a while, and it was massively affecting my confidence. And I was just like, I need to think of something else to do with the rest of my life, because I planned to, give up doing live work and just do it all on social media because I enjoy it. Anyway, long story short, I can't take this YouTube opportunity because you've got to live in America. And as tempting as it is to uproot my family again, I have literally just removed my children out of the UK. So, to remove them again would be cruel. But I respect what you're doing, because I am at a point where I would like to build something. I've got 1.1 million followers now. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
And I should be able to do something with that. But what?
100%.
What?
Well, I'll tell you what we do. When I come off it, I've got to come off it now anyway, because I'm going to have my sleeve finished. I've just realised what the time is. I've got 15 minutes to fucking be there. I'll send you my number and we'll have a chat.
All right, sweetheart.
Yeah,
all right,
I'll send you my number and we'll have a chat. But thank you for coming on here and chatting to me this morning.
No, thank you for having me.
Mad, or is this just totally wrong?
No, you're not. You spot on, girl. Absolutely spot on. And it's good that someone said it. But you go and get your sleeve done. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, everybody. I hope you have a good day, and I will speak to you all soon.
Big
Take
love.
care.
I'll see you soon. Mel, I'll send you my number. Oh, get me number off of Simon.
I will do. All right, darling.
Love you,
Bye,
guys.
love.
I'm going to desert island, and I'm going to take with me a chin. What are you going to bring?
Dog. Air. Stairs. Cheese.
There.
Hair.
No, you can't come.
Sofa.
You can come.
I know the rules.